Hey everybody, this is Ed Terranova, and this is my second video that I'm shooting for YouTube. About 2 weeks ago, a friend of mine, Bob Kelly, shot a video. We got it optimized. If you go to Why Wake Up Now on Google or YouTube, it's right on the front page. And what has happened in the last 2 weeks has been a firestorm. I mean, I've learned a lot about internet marketing in the last couple of weeks, and I want to clarify some things and also help keep the peace. I know that the Lord loves the peacemaker. And there's some inflammatory stuff going on the internet now with internet marketing. People from Wake Up Now attacking other companies in their downlines, and we want to get that done with. And then some people are retaliating. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine came out with a few retaliatory videos. I'm going to be addressing one of them here today. But I want you to know the truth. Wake Up Now is a great company. If you saw my first video, I talked about the 5 points and why I made the decision to come here. As a matter of fact, we're going to a convention this weekend, and there's going to be some product advancements. We'll share that with you on another video. But this video that we're shooting here today is primarily addressed towards the attack on Wake Up Now. This friend of mine from another company has actually called Wake Up Now a scam. He's ripped apart the product line. He's ripped apart the compensation plan. And I'm going to address, what he's put out there about the compensation plan. The first thing he talks about is he actually creates these top 5 Wake Up Now myths, as he calls them. And as we go through this, I want to tell you, I just shot a video and I tried to address every point he made, and it took me 45 minutes. It was just too long, because point after 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 point, he's totally off base. I mean, he's misleading people. He's not telling the truth. And so I'm going to kind of hit those things, but we're going to stay just to the 5 points right here and not start quoting everything he said in there, but I'll just paraphrase. Okay, so the first thing he talks about is the myth of the get 12 and get $600. That's what he calls it, a myth. And in that segment, there's like 5 totally untruths. The one untruth he says you got to get 3 who get 3. If you don't get 3 who get 3, you don't make any money. That's not true. He said if you brought in 15 people and none of them brought in anybody, you don't make money. That's ridiculous. It's not true. I mean, if you really read the comp plan at Wake Up Now has enrollment and sponsorship, and we have a placement feature. So if you bring in 12 people, you just structure it where one team has 300, another team has 300, another team has 300. You could place people straight down the line like a string of pearls. You could place people directly under people. As a matter of fact, we have a get 3 and yours is free. And the way that works is the platinum package is $99.95. Let's just call it $100. You go out there and sponsor 3 people that are on the platinum package, and you make a $100 residual. So in essence, in the wash, in reality, you make a $5.10 profit because you make $100 commission, and the product costs $99.95. And so he says if you don't get the exact, what he says is get 3 who get 3, you make 0. And he goes through this elaborate explanation, and it's totally wrong. It's biased. And here's what I learned a long time ago, and I want you to really get this. A mentor of mine said, whenever somebody is talking negatively about somebody or something, always consider the source, because chances are they have an agenda, and he has an agenda. He's afraid of losing people on his team to Wake Up Now, and he has been attacked, and unjustly so, and I want to help clean that up, and we're in the process of doing that. But he goes on and resorts to the same tactics that were perpetuated on him, and he goes and attacks Wake Up Now. So in the Get 12 and get 600, guys, I've never seen a comp plan where with just 12 people, you can make a $600 residual. And again, the average person who hits the 600 club didn't bring in 3 who got 3. The average person who hits the 600 club brought in 5, 6, or 7 themselves, and they structure it so they have 3 teams of 3 people underneath each, 12 people, 600. Now, I've been in the industry a long time. I looked at a lot of comp plans. I've helped design comp plans. Most of the time, to get a $600 residual, you need a couple of hundred people on your team. In Wake Up Now, it's just 12. It is amazing. It works. The second fallacy that he perpetuates is he says that he's watched all these videos, and everybody talks about how there's no balance requirement, and there's no lines and no team requirement. And him making that statement is ridiculous, because those of us who are network marketing professionals know that if you go out there and you bring in one person, let's say you go out there and you bring in Granny Gertrude, and Granny does nothing. I mean, Granny joins because she likes you, and she tells her nephew Mike about it. And Mike gets in and he becomes a superstar. Matter of fact, he builds a team of 30,000 people. He goes to the top of the comp plan. Do you expect Granny to also go to the top of the comp plan because she brought in one person? No. The company can't do that, because if on top of Granny, if there was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other people, then Granny comes in and brings in Mike, everybody would have to get paid the same amount of money. That doesn't work in network marketing. The way it works in network marketing is there is structure requirements. You do have leg requirements. As a matter of fact, the company that he's in, you need to have at least 3 teams with a maximum of 33% coming out of any one team. Those are what they call lineage, which means those are actual, you brought in somebody, actual family tree, you brought in somebody, brought in somebody to go to that top of that plan. And in Wake Up Now, it's no different. Matter of fact, they're very similar in nature. In Wake Up Now, there's also a 3-team requirement, because Wake Up Now says you could count to go to the top of the plan 35%. It starts out with 50%, and as you advance through, it goes from 50 to 45 to 40 to 35. And so to say that there's a balancing requirement here, and that's a bad thing, again, it's ridiculous, it's hypocritical, and it's just a misstatement of the truth. The next thing he goes into is people are saying that Wake Up Now is the fastest growing company in MLM, and then he points to the actual website. It's called MLMrankings.com. I suggest you go there. Go to MLMrankings.com and you see where he misrepresents it. He says that Wake Up Now is in a popularity contest and they're the most popular. That's not what it says. What it says in MLM Rankings, I want to be totally accurate with you right here, it says MLM top performers for the last 6 months, and that Wake Up Now had a 608% gain. And I could tell you, because I've analyzed the company, I've seen the growth since the beginning of this year, and really, although the company started in 2009, the growth started right here in 2013. Everything just came together in February, and here are the last 3 months. In June, over 2,700 people joined Wake Up Now. In July, over 6,000 people joined Wake Up Now. And in August, over 12,000 people joined Wake Up Now. If you figure those percentage growths are over 60 and 70% per month. That's momentum. There's a lot of other companies out there claiming they're in momentum, and they're not. Momentum is a very rare thing. He goes on and tries to discredit the momentum that's in us when he talks about my statement in the video I made where I believe Wake Up Now is going to be $1 billion company in the next 2 to 3 years. And in that segment, he goes on to talk about, he shows the top 6 direct sales network marketing companies, and in there he talks about these ancient companies. He says Amway, $11.3 billion company, founded in 1959, and Avon was founded in 1886, and Verweg, which is a German company, founded in 1883. He says you can't become $1 billion company, that quickly and that overnight. I mean, he just goes on this whole rant. An 18-minute video, he rants about everything. And he's so off base, it's ridiculous. So he's leading you to believe that you have to be ancient to be successful. And he shows Amway, Avon, Herbalife, Verweg, Natura, which is a Brazil company, and Mary Kay. And he talks about what it takes for those companies, and that they have millions of reps in their company. Now, I'm going to show you how I'm going to project out where we're at in just a second. And I'm going to challenge you to take the calculator. I've already done it, and I'll kind of flip this up and show it to you. But when you do what I did on a calculator, you're going to see that that is very real and very possible that we do that. The companies that he doesn't mention, he talks about these ancient companies and how hard it is. He doesn't mention some dynamite companies. So let me tell you about momentum. Let me tell you about growth. Let me tell you about hyper growth. There are a few companies in the history of direct sales network marketing that go through incredible growth spurts. It's very rare. Herbalife did it back in 1985. Herbalife went from $50 million a year to $500 million a year in just an 18-month window. When that happens, you're growing at 20, 30, 40% a month. You're having these double-digit growths month after month after month. You're producing, the sales are going up. You're increasing sales by 10, 20, 30, 40% every single month. And you sustain that, and that creates that incredible growth. Newskin did it. Back in 1989, Newskin hit $50 million. And in just a 24-month window, they went from $50 million to $500 million. Crazy kind of growth. And what is happening right now, I'm going to show you in Wake Up Now, but it's similar. See, he doesn't tell you, he insinuates that you have to be this ancient company and be around forever and have millions of reps to do it. He doesn't tell you about Ambit. See, Ambit's a younger company than his company. Ambit was started in 2006. Ambit went from 0 to $1 billion company. They just hit $1 billion in annualized revenue this past March. They have 1 million customers. They have 200,000 reps. When you figure out the rep to customer ratio there, 1 million customers, 200,000 reps. That's 5 customers for every 1 rep. And I'm going to show you how that's going to happen here with Wake Up Now. But he was out there and doesn't even mention that. He doesn't talk about ViSalus. In 2010, ViSalus did $33 million. In just 24 months, ViSalus went from a $33 million company to a $624 million company. A company just blew the doors off of what he's in. And so the fact that you have to be old and decrepit to become a $1 billion company is ridiculous. There are young, aggressive growth companies that are doing it in 7, 8, 9 years. If you go through the top 15 companies in the U.S., you'll see 3, 4 companies there that have done it, including Sensi, a $560 million company, ACN, a $582 million company, USANA is a $640 million company. When you look at the years, ViSalus, 8 years, Sensi, 9 years, Ignite, 9 years, 31 gifts, $718 million in 10 years. You don't have to be ancient to be a $1 billion company. And so he goes on and tears into my statement. So now I want to justify that and verify it for you. These are our numbers, and then we're going to wrap this up right here. In March, we did 623 people join. In April, 982. In May, 1545. In June, 2765. In July, over 6,000. In August, over 12,000. In the last 6 months, we've been growing at 40, 50, 60, 70% each and every month. I don't think that's sustainable. But if you take out a calculator and you take 12,000 like I did, and you work it out over the next 12 months, and you just figure 30% growth per month, which is possible. I don't think it'll happen this fast. I don't think it'll happen in 1 year. I think it's going to take 2 to 3 years. But if you increase our sales by 30% month after month after month, September right now to September of next year, we have over 1 million people in the company. And when we have over 1 million people doing just $100 a month each, that's $100 million a month. He makes a misstatement in the video and says you need 10 million people at $100 a month. No, you don't. You need 1 million people at $100 a month. 1 million people at $100 a month. It's a $100 million a month company. That makes you a $1.2 billion a year company. That's why I believe that we're going to be that growth. So here's what I want to leave you off with. Just this one thought. Wake Up Now is here. It's happening. You can either watch it grow, you can make it grow, or you can wonder what the heck caused it to grow. I'm telling you what's caused it to grow. A dynamic comp plan, a dynamic product offering, an incredible management team, timing second to none, and the training and support is just getting developed. So here's what I want you to know. You don't have to be ancient. You don't have to be good. What you have to be is great. Wake Up Now is a great company. Come join us. Hey, I want to thank you for taking a look at the video. If you like what you saw and you want to get more information and you want to keep updated, just subscribe to our channel below and we'll get the information out to you. Thanks for looking.